If you're thinking about selling your house and you have a septic system in your yard, in other words, you're not connected to the public sewer, but you have your own individual septic system outside, a piece of advice that we're giving our clients these days is to have it inspected early. Now, there's a balance in that some contracts will say that you have to give the buyer an inspection of your septic system that's been done. In our area, it says within 90 days. And there is that possibility of you having it done early, the 90 days passing, and you having to have it re-inspected. But what we try to balance that with is waiting too long. It used to be that we'd wait until even the buyer's loan was approved and everything was in place before we ordered that septic inspection, just to avoid our client spending the money for the inspection without knowing that the deal was going to go through. But increasingly, with requirements having tightened in regards to the septic inspections and the condition they have to be in, what we're seeing happen is that the inspections are failing for one reason or another. And if that happens after the loan's been approved, that means that you're getting close to closing. And then what happens is closing gets delayed, because usually these repairs aren't something that can be done in 24 or 48 hours. It takes time. Sometimes even a permit has to be applied for, depending on what has to be done. So we're seeing distribution boxes having to be replaced. Sometimes it's as simple as the lid to that box or the lid to the septic tank, but sometimes the whole system has failed and a new one needs to be installed. So it's probably worth having one done maybe even before you call your realtor, just to know that everything's good with that system. If not, your realtor, if they are in tune with what's happening with these inspections, they'll probably recommend that you get it done early. If you don't, just know you're rolling the dice a little bit. Something could come up at the end that could delay your closing. Hopefully your buyer will wait for you to get to the bottom of that. But a little insight when it comes to septic inspections today.